La, 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 la.
Check, check, check. Microphone check. Welcome to the BLAZETHELION podcast. I am your host, Blaze, on this happy 420. Happy 420 to all my smokers. Yes, I'm not smoking here live, but you guys at home or wherever you're at, feel free to light up. You know what I mean? Do your thing. If you're loving this movement, all right, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you love, make sure you share. Share, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a damn friend about the Blazer Line podcast. Also, if you really, really are digging the movement and you would like to support, we got you. All right. There are 3 tiers, 3 levels in support, starting from 99 cents a month all the way up to $10 a month. You can even just cash at me and just say, here you go, Blaze. Here's some support. I love what you're doing out here. All right. $ Blaze a line. Simple as that. This month's theme is that 3 letter word, sex. Yeah, sex. Why not? Sex is necessary. Sex is everywhere. I mean, sex sells, right? Of course it does. Of course it does. For tonight, I have a special guest. Now, many of you may know her or may not know her, but she is clearly doing her thing. Okay? I really enjoy having business owners on this podcast. I really enjoy people who are just not afraid to go for what they want, right? To write down their goals and achieve their goals and look good doing it. Yes,
Hey.
yes, yes. She is, like I said, she is a business owner. She's also a world changer. She is making a difference. All right. She got her grown and sexy on. All right. She has an array of different businesses, an array of different links, an array of different movements that she will inform you guys on as she enters. All right. If you have small kids, remember this month's theme is sex.
You gotta put them to
So you do what you want as a parent. I can't tell you nothing, but I am warning you that this month is about sex. So if they ain't ready, put on some headphones and send them in a room or put them to bed. All right. So the adults can play, so the adults can enjoy this grown conversation. All right.
Amen.
So, with that said, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Tonight's guest is. Where's my drum roll? See
Oh,
what
I feel
happened
like
when
a
you don't got
star.
staff?
Oh,
I'm gonna just get straight to it, man. Tonight's guest is the lovely, the beautiful, the head
thank
on her
you.
shoulders, the focus, the blunt, the sophisticated woman on a mission, Black Queen, Sherri Shabazz.
Man,
Welcome
that
to the
intro.
pod.
Nobody has ever done an intro like that for me. Nigel, you were writing down everything he was saying, right? So we can repeat that
Of
the next time I'm introduced, because that was just lovely. Thank you. And thank
course,
you
of
for having
course,
me.
of course, of course. Thank you for sharing
Setting
your
up
time.
right. Yeah.
So I gave my little 2 cents, my little interview. But for those who don't know you, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
This is one of the hardest things to do, but I'm going to try my hardest to tell everybody what I do. The people have dubbed me as the grown folk plug. You can pretty much come to me and say any and everything that you've been thinking, everything that everybody else thinks, but they are afraid to say because it's just an inappropriate time. I have that ear, that shoulder that people can, lay on, that ear that people can use me to listen. I guess all your problems, questions, anything that you've always felt weird about, I'm that person that helps you be you pretty much. It's not just sex, but I do talk about sex well. I do like to educate people on sex as well. I know we briefly talked about how, to me, sex is art. A lot of people look at sex as it's just sex, it's just something that we do. And I'm like, it's a little bit deeper than that. And I want people to explore the different levels of sex. I also make my own home remedy products. You know, we are in the time of a pandemic, COVID, whatever you want to refer it as. So
Yeah, still here.
right. So I'm making sure that I keep people healthy. I make it's called Grandma's Blessing because I got the blessing of healing from my grandmother, obviously.
Mm.
And that's doing pretty well. I also do carnival for all my Caribbean folks or my American people who are interested. You know, my African folks, we do Miami Carnival and also Baltimore Carnival. Yes, I have a section where you get to all the pretty feathers. You will come to me if you want to do that.
Right.
Anything else I haven't said? It's a lot. I do speaking engagements. So if you ever want, I host passion parties. I have my own products that I sell. I don't know. I think that's it. I think I
Let's
covered
get
most.
into all of that. Let's get into every little bit.
I'm
Um,
ready.
so let's start with health. All right. With grandma's blessing, get into that. How did that start? What exactly are your products?
That's that's very interesting because when I was younger, I know this is gonna sound crazy to people because they're like, you thought you knew you wanted to be a sex therapist as a child. Not really. I just didn't know what the term was. But yes, I wanted to be that person. And I also wanted to be a pharmacist. That's why I was at Stranahan, the medical magnet program to, prepare me for a pharmacy. I started working at Eckerd before I went off to college, before I went to FAM. And I just saw some shit. We can say
Mm.
shit, right?
Yeah,
Okay, because it's not what you said, it's how you say it. Gotcha. Okay. So
yeah.
anyway, I've always wanted to be a sex therapist, a writer, and a pharmacist. And it's so crazy because it's all coming back full circle. It's just
Mm.
actually my passion now, not versus what I was taught in school, or not what you'll be taught on the job. It's everything that I'm doing, the writing, um, the home remedies, the sex therapy. It's all about Sherri and how I want to deliver it and how I want to do it. But I've always been that person because I went to school for pharmacy. I've always been that person, Sherri, what do I take for this? What do I take for that? And blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I was over the politics in healthcare, period. I'm still in healthcare, just not a pharmacist. And I was just over the politics, and I'm extremely passionate. Like, it's a blessing and a curse. I am extremely passionate. So I come from a grandmother and a grandfather who always farmed everything. You know, we never took Dayquil, we never took Robitussin. It was always tea, do this, go to pick this, pick that, boil this, rub this, lay down, all of that good stuff. Wear socks, don't wear this, So it was like that's how I've always kept that close because I have a mother who, goes to the pharmacy a lot for everything. And I'm like, that's fixing that problem, but it's also going to mess with this. And I'm very vocal, and I will
Yeah.
tell people, and I always say, it's not that I don't believe in modern medicine. Obviously, I do. Let's just try the basics first. Now, if this doesn't work, then let's run to the hospital. Let's run to the doctors. But I am somebody who tries to keep you away from the doctor, to try and keep you away from the hospitals, because I do know the inside, because I work in the inside. I know all about the politics, and I don't like it. And I know, we're celebrating, not even, I wouldn't say even celebrating, but everyone right now is tuned into the television with the George Floyd case. And I know that they think, police brutality is one of our biggest injustices in America. And I'm like, it's so much more. And it's
Mm.
starting with our health.
Speak about
Like,
it.
they're killing us left and right, slowly but surely. I
Yeah.
remember growing up, cancer was always hereditary. Oh, it's hereditary. If your grandmother had it, it's probably likely you're going to have it. And it's like, my mother's age group, the baby boomers, they used to always push, you guys got to go in the medical field because the baby boomers are going to need you. How you know this? But it was that time when they brought out certain medications, certain vaccines that were required. And it's like the people, my mother's age, Nigel's mother's age, our friends' parents' age, they all had cancer. And sad to say, majority of them died from cancer. And it's just like certain things, just, having family in the islands and speaking to the roster, speaking to family members who don't have any issues. My grandfather,
Yeah.
my grandmother, she's really healthy at 88. It's like, I'm going to listen to them before I listen to the television.
Yeah.
And what really made me come out with Grandma's Blessing, I quit my job again. So I was like, okay, I'm going to need some income. But like I said, I can't sell anything if my heart isn't in it. I'm extremely passionate. So it's like, I've been dying to do this. I was keeping everybody healthy during this pandemic. We were able to travel and have family gatherings because I was making sure I was giving everybody everything. Hot toddy, immunity booster, CMOS. I'm like, here, take. We all were healthy. And everybody kept saying, you need to do it. And I'm like, oh, y'all don't realize I've been wanting to do this. But I had too many projects going on. Anyway, quit my job and was like, whatever, one thing free, let me go and try it. And it took off. It's doing a lot better than the sex stuff. Go ahead. Sorry, I probably said too much.
No, you're good. The way how the pandemic is set up, right? Like it just opened the door to certain people to go and make that move, to go and pivot, So it was a blessing and a curse, or it is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, 2020 was definitely a great year, a blessing for me. But it's like I would never, obviously I just said it now, but I would never be that insensitive to say that it was a great year for everybody. I totally, but my whole mindset, I don't even know if it can go here. My mindset is when I see everybody else in panic, that's when I have to be calm and listen and figure out what the hell to do. Because I just don't want to panic like everybody else. And I'm like, they're promoting everything but keep our immune system healthy.
Because they can't make money off of that.
Oh, I know. I mean, I didn't know if we could really go there.
Go there.
I don't want to be that whole conspiracy theorist. Everybody, I'm like, okay, whatever. You could just
let's keep it real.
People are dying, and the first thing you tell me to go get is some hand sanitizer. You're telling me to run and go get toilet paper. It was just, it's nobody said go eat your fruit, go stand outside, go outside barefoot, ground yourself. The beach is open right now. Go in the sea, eat this, eat that. Like nobody's promoting this. And I'm like,
meditation, none of that.
Meditation. Like I 100% believe in quarantining. Like, I'm quick to, send me home. Great. I don't want to be, I literally only go out to go to the post office, the grocery store, and my family. And then I travel too. I didn't stop that. But I'm like, if I can be in my house, I definitely be in my house. And to me, like, I'm not afraid of it because I do believe all things can be cured. That's just my belief. I will never tell anybody that my products can cure you because I don't want to get sued, but I know what I know.
Right.
And a lot of other people with natural products, I know from experience, you know what I'm saying? So, I just felt that it was, I want to do more and say more, but it took off. So it's like, I want to talk to people more because a lot of people don't know about aloe. They have no clue the benefits that aloe. Listen, I tell everybody, like, aloe and Sarah seed, my right hand man. My right hand man. They don't know
is disgusting.
It is,
but it's powerful.
Everything that's good for you tastes horrible, including penis, ladies. But we'll get there later. I'm just playing.
Hey.
Because penis doesn't taste horrible. But sometimes it's not good. But anyway, tell me when, So that's Grandma's Blessing. It's a lot. You don't understand how many more products I want to add. But Nigel's like, look, focus. Because I am in the middle of trying to write my first book. I used to write as well. I used to write when I was younger. And I kind of lost that talent trying to be a part of corporate America. But all of that is back now. I'm here to stay.
So we have a holistic following. So towards the end of the episode, I want you to plug how they can get all of that. All right. Because we definitely do have a following that is awake. Right.
Okay.
So
okay, good.
you go. Yeah. So we will get into all
So
that.
y'all understand. Y'all
Yes,
totally 100%
yes,
understand. Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Cool.
They're a little bit quiet right now in the chat. Wake up. It's
It's okay
420.
because we're not talking about those three letter
You're
words.
right.
That's
You're
what they
right.
came in here
They're
for.
like waiting, like, okay, this is
Yeah.
cool, but
Speaking of that, I also make a libido booster. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not some flyby. I want you to have a heart on just for the moment. Hell no, I'm a woman. Can we could divert a little bit? We could go on. I can speak
yeah,
about sex. Okay.
yeah.
I'm one of those women where I don't want you to be good for the moment. I want you to always be good. You know what I mean? So you'll have
Mm,
some men, you can only get about 4 pills when you buy Viagra on prescription. Things may have changed. It's been a long time. Anyway, they're expensive. And whatever you're taking, even if you're taking the horny goat pill, the pill from the gas station, it's going to mess up with some other organs in your body. And the last thing I want you to do is die while you're on me. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like, I just don't want anybody having a heart attack with a heart on while they're pumping inside of me. So the libido booster, and anytime I counsel people, I tell them I'm in it for the long run. Are you listening? Because I'm not
mm.
telling you, to go out and get a Viagra. I'm not telling you to go get a cock ring. And I sell sex toys, but I'm going to take you to the herbs first because it starts inside.
Facts.
Fellas, I don't know, you say people woke. So I feel like when you woke, and I'm talking about the real woke, I'm not talking about what social media is putting out there right now. But when you
Mm,
woke, you already know what to do. Your stamina probably already have, but just in case we have somebody that's interested, or you have a young lady who's with somebody who doesn't really know their body that well, y'all don't realize how powerful exercise is when it comes to stamina.
mm.
Like cardio goes a long way. 15 minutes turn into 45 minutes. 45 minutes turn into an hour and a half. And it will be no, I just can't have anybody pumping on me that long. I can't have anybody just, on me. That's too long. You're going to actually enjoy it because now you're experiencing sex.
Yeah,
There's layers to this. You're now experiencing sex, and sex is way deeper than just screwing, or, it's deeper.
definitely.
Sorry.
100%. 100%. 100%. Yes, indeed. Um, so back on this topic of health, in your experience, have you dealt? I'm sure you've dealt with like the couples, right?
Hmm.
Are there any just crazy stories of just couples who were either just not in sync, and you're like, how are y'all even a couple? Like, or stories of couples who were actually just like so in tune with each other's bodies that
It's magical. You know what I mean? Like I already know when somebody comes to me, or I might make a question. I don't know if you remember my Hump Day Wednesday confessions that I do. And when people confess to me, that I say confess, not confess. When people confess to me, it's always like, girl, I don't have time for anything longer than 30 minutes. Anything longer than 30 minutes, he don't know what he doing, or her box is whack. Ain't no man standing in the vagina for 30 minutes. And it's like, one, you guys are still having middle school sex. Whatever age you lost your virginity, you have not leveled up from that type of sex yet. And I already know every time I speak to somebody, no disrespect, but I'm going to be disrespectful. I call them hot sausage and Hennessy dick and vaginas. Like, you're not really putting much in your body
yeah,
that's excreting good quality anything.
yeah,
Your pheromones, your energy, nothing. Like, everything is just trash because that's what you have put inside your body. Don't get me wrong. I'm no health like expert that's, I put like the best things in my body. I definitely F up from time to time. But when it comes to your body, whatever you're putting in, that's going out. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people who they were introduced to sex as, okay, my vagina is tingling, I'm horny, my penis is hard, let me just insert it. And that's it. They had older brothers or older uncles, or, cousins, sisters, whoever. And they've always taught them about that elementary school sex, hunching. They have no clue what it's like to really please anybody. You're just getting your penis wet, You know, your vagina is feeling good. You have no clue where your G spot is. I was on a podcast a couple months ago, or was it last month? I can't remember. And the young lady, well in her 30s, didn't know what a G spot was. Like she could not explain it, and she was a health expert. I mean, she was a sex expert. And I'm just like, this is the kind of sex people are having. You have women who have had multiple kids and have never experienced the orgasm before. So it's funny you said, it's all about being in sync and the energy. I tell people all the time, I don't care how fine she is or how fine he is, that person isn't for you. Everybody you meet, every male, it's some men who cannot be friends with females, and it's some females who cannot be friends with males. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like as soon as I see a man, I'm attracted to them, and this is what it's supposed to be. And that's when you cause a lot of chaos because you're not supposed to consume their energy. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't even have sex, you cannot be someone who you can't pour love, you can't pour goodness, you can't pour care, like anything good to anyone else if you don't have that, if someone is not pouring that into you. You know what I mean? So if you're someone who's just used to having chaotic relationships, who's used to having drama-filled relationships, who don't know what it's like to be loved properly, you're going to be giving that same kind of energy out to your lovers. And it's just toxic. And people don't understand that. Like, I hate to use those type of terms because right now it's so cliche in the social media world. But it's like, in order to have good sex, now we've all done had some good sex, right? And when I say good sex, we had an orgasm and we fell asleep afterwards. It was good. But not many of us have experienced that deep, connecting, passionate, sensual sex. One, we don't have time for it. The minute I hear 15 minutes is good enough, I'm like, oh my God, you're not having sex. You're not having sex. Like, and this is not to bash anyone. And yes, foreplay is included in sex. Oral is included. We're grown. All of that is whatever you can't do in front of your kids. When it comes with well, I can't say the opposite sex, but the person you're dealing with at the moment, that's sex. Okay. Yeah. Whatever it is, I understand you can't put in 2.5 hours every night. I know this. We have kids now, we have work, we have responsibilities. But everybody around here talking about 15-minute sex, and then women are complaining to me because their man can't keep it up. Men are complaining to me because women are dry. And I'm like, not no one, a lot of people were not taught to actually enjoy sex and learn what sex really is. And I hate that.
Yeah, that last week and the week before we spoke about trauma, about childhood trauma. And it's so many adults and so many grown folks who are still carrying baggage from their childhood, trauma. So when it comes to sex, they think they're having their best sex, and they're really not. There are so many blocks. They're not being open. And even just because you may have sex for a long time with somebody, call it an hour or hour and a half, still doesn't mean that is good sex.
It's all about the quality. I tell people all the time, no one is responsible for giving you an orgasm. That's one. So it's about you actually knowing your body and connecting with your body, and you're able to share that experience, like what you're feeling for yourself, with the next person. You know what I mean? Like, you can be the most inexperienced person in the world and have beautiful sex with someone. Someone might have thought that was the best sex ever, and it was because of the energy that you exuded. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand, but I agree. Like, just because it's long doesn't mean it's good either. And that's another reason why a lot of women don't want men just on them, because they go straight to pound town. It's pound, pound, pound. There's no sensuality in it, like I said before. But again, I feel like when two people are connected sexually, when that chemistry, because you can have a great sexual relationship with someone, and you just can't have you can't have a intimate relation, like, actually, you can't have that dating type relationship with them, because that just doesn't work for you guys. But the sexual chemistry is deep. And I keep telling people, you have to understand that level of chemistry. Like, forget all the rules. They lied to us. Y'all want to say we mammals one day, but we got all these rules. No other animals on the planet have the type of rules that we have. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that y'all claim they don't have our intellect, but that's another debate. But we have too many rules. We have way too many rules. Back on your I want to, because this ties into the sexual abuse that you talked about.
Mhm.
Women know the type of abuse that women go through. Women know. And when I say women, I'm talking about women as old as our great grannies. And I'm talking about women. It just trickled down to the next generation. They know that their uncles, their husbands, their brothers, their daddies, they know all of these men have touched the women in their family, and it's always swept up under the rug. And now that family member is the fast one in the family. And they know
Mhm.
because we have these rules. We've set these rules. And as much as we hate rules, we continue these rules. You know what I mean? We continue to say that men can do this, men can do that, and we hold men to a certain standard. And it's not just men too, because women molest and rape people as well. You know what I mean? But we have this standard where we can't embarrass anyone in our family. That will embarrass them, but that's who they are, though. And you're damaging one person by protecting the next person's character. And it's like, you don't realize this goes into their adulthood and it never goes away. And if it's never acknowledged and dealt with, it just continues. It just continues. And that's a problem I have with a lot of people, because older women come to me. I have a lot of older women in my family. So, I talk to a lot of older women, their friends and stuff. When they see me, they be like, oh, that's a niece or that's the granddaughter that talk about sex. So they want to come and talk to me or whatever. And it's a lot of things women obviously did not agree with, but they felt like they didn't have a voice. But it's like, okay, cool. You didn't have a voice, but you know what you did? You condemned them, though. You knew what was going on and you condemned them. So you have this woman now who has been condemned by her uncle, the molester, her grandmother, her mother, all the other women. Now she's this fast child. The church is judging her. Schoolmates are judging her. It's like either she's going to turn out to be promiscuous to show you guys, F y'all, this is what like it depends. I'm not a psychiatrist, it's all kind of levels. Or she's going to close up. You know what I mean? Like, you find a lot of women who are molested, who are raped, they start to cover their bodies. They'll wear multiple bras and shirts to hide their breasts. They're wearing baggy pants to hide their figures because they just don't want a man to look at them. And then when they finally meet someone, whether it's a male or female that they want to be sexually connected to, they're not comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they were always shunned. You did this, or you were being fast. You were wearing shorts when men were around the house and blah blah blah. And it's like, I have to tell men sometimes, because people will come to me. I keep telling them, when you come to me, I know I'm all over the place. I'm very random. My sun sign is Gemini. My sun sign is Scorpio. My moon is Aries, and my rising is Gemini. So I'm all over the place, all over
Mhm.
the place. But a lot of times people will come to me and they'll say, well, Sherri, I'm not comfortable sucking dick. Or my wife isn't comfortable sucking dick. We'll say fellatio. I'm sorry, I don't know if the church people are here tonight. But she's not comfortable. And the first thing I say, they think they're coming to me and they're just going to talk about sex. Oh no, we're having a whole therapy session. Sorry. Why is she not comfortable? Well, why aren't you comfortable? Do you know how many women I have talked to, and they just come to me to want to be more comfortable having sex, and by like 20, 30 minutes into the conversation, I found out they were either raped or molested. And it's like, I remember this conversation vividly. Like, this one just doesn't leave my brain, and I don't want to give too much details. But she wanted to please her husband. She really wanted to please her husband, but it wasn't she's never been molested a day in her life. Her husband was the one that was sexually abusing her. And men, sometimes you guys don't think that you're sexually abusive because she's your wife, because you're married, or that's your girlfriend. That's what she's supposed to do. That's something else we got to get rid of. Like, that could land you behind bars, bro. Like, be smart about it. First of all, unless you're a rapist, forced sex just doesn't feel good. It feels so much better when that person wants to give it to you. Like, listen. And especially a woman. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry. Especially a woman who knows her body, knows what she wants. She's in tune to her sex, and she wants to share that with you, that experience. You said absolutely. You've experienced that before. it's different than you trying to, well, what's wrong? Don't tense up. And a lot of times you feel like she's just inexperienced, or she's just maybe not that into me. She has some issues she's never spoken to anyone about. And sometimes, depending on the woman you're with, you might have to be that person that allows her to get that off her chest to help her. You just can't go ramming your penis in her mouth because you like head. You got to be mature about the situation. And unfortunately, a lot of women have childhood trauma. A lot.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like in my experience, I've I've had some weird experiences where having sex with a woman, and in the middle of it, she starts crying. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, we gotta stop because I feel like I feel like I'm doing something wrong, you know? And it was just trauma. And
Did you
then I
guys talk
had
about it?
no, she really didn't want to share too much.
Okay.
And that really wasn't somebody that I ended up having to grow with
Okay.
anyway. So,
Okay.
and then I've had other women where, like, as you said earlier, pound town. They were just ready to pound. They were trying to pound me. Like, let's just go,
Oh,
go, go. And I'm
y'all
like,
don't know. We a sexually in tune woman, especially because and that's another thing too. Sometimes when you just there's levels, and again, we're here to have fun. We're here to have open dialogue. So I don't want to go too deep into the different levels. But I
no pun
mean,
intended.
y'all men do not realize how much us women love sex.
Hmm.
You guys just don't. I'm a woman, so I talk to women all the time. I talk to all women from all walks of life, all over the world. Like I don't care where I go. The topic of conversation. I mean, the topic of sex is coming up in the conversation. I don't care where I go. Old, young. My grandmother is 88. My grandmother has never talked. Listen, I was so afraid to talk about sex. It's taken me a lot longer to be Sherri Shabazz because of how I was raised. I was so afraid to talk about sex. My grandmother never talks about sex. My mother is, she was strict growing up, but she's not one of those moms you have to, walk on eggshells now that we're adults. So she's pretty, but
Right.
we didn't grow up talking about sex. And I'm just like, now my mother is 67. She'd be like, girl, I want to talk about it. Hush. Like, I mean, like, this is what you do, right? And I'm like, I'm disgusted. My grandmother's 88. And that's all she wants to talk about. And it's other women their ages. Like I say, when I show up, I can really give a show like at the YMCA or wherever
Hmm.
the old folks home is. And if you are a nurse and you've ever worked inside of a long-term care facility, you know that I'm not lying. Like old folks, all they want to do is talk about sex.
Really?
And it sucks that we aren't having the deep conversations we need to have, though, because so many women are still dying. Sorry. I feel like this is tragic. I know to others it doesn't sound as tragic, but there are some women who are still dying without having an orgasm. They have never experienced orgasm. And to me, that is tragic because you, as a man, as easy it is for you to have an orgasm, as easy it is for you to become aroused. Wouldn't it sound detrimental if you've never had an orgasm? Just think about it as a man.
That's
Think
crazy.
about it.
Yeah.
And we love sex. You've been with women before, around our period, especially, we want to go to Pound Town.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I'm someone where I can actually enjoy sex without an orgasm. I know how to have them. I've been having them for a long time. Didn't even know what they were when I was having them. I'm someone who, I don't need an orgasm to have like the best sex in the world. However, I think that God gave that to us. It's free. That's something we don't have to go to the gas station and purchase. It's not taxed. That's something that is totally 100% free as long as you don't get knocked up or get an STD and you got to go pay for a prescription or some shit like that. But, other than that, it's free. God gave that to you for free and we're not using it. You've never experienced it. Like it's a large percentage of women who have never had an orgasm. And I'm just like, that's not fair. But women also think that men are responsible for giving that to them. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. I definitely want to have a partner that understands what makes me have an orgasm. But if I don't even know what makes me have an orgasm, we're gonna be
Right.
here all day. We're gonna be here. So can I talk about masturbation? Because
Let's do it.
May used to be masturbation month,
Oh,
but
really?
now that social media wants to be all, hidey tidy, and we don't talk like that, we just don't do those things around here. They got rid of them, and they got rid of it, and I don't understand why. And October used to be National Orgasm Month. It's not that they got rid of it. The people who, the sex educators and sex health experts, they still discuss it, but it's not on the internet like I used to see it. And the same with National Orgasm Month. So we're leading up into May.
What's the right term for masturbation? Or is that the right term?
Masturbation, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It sounds raunchy. It probably sounds raunchy because I have had some wine, and it's 420. It sounds raunchy.
I don't know. I've just always heard that word, so I wasn't sure if there was like another word
I
that
mean, there
was
are other urban terms, but
correct.
the right terminology for it is masturbation.
Okay.
But of course, there are other urban terms. Play with the man in the boat, choke that chicken, hand job. Well, no, hand job is from someone else, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But no,
The
masturbation.
stranger.
Stranger danger? Like, what do you mean, stranger?
Yeah, stranger. Where you sit on your hand and then it's like numb and then yeah.
I've never heard of this.
I learned that from the Dave Chappelle show, actually.
And tomorrow's
Yeah.
Wednesday. Tomorrow hump day. Hump day is when I show out on my page. So I have to ask him. You guys know about the stranger? Why you never told me?
Yeah.
I didn't know about the stranger.
Yeah. So
But I
like when you're
do.
sitting down too long, and
Your
your leg
hands get
gets
numb.
yeah.
So is it like a vibrating feeling on your penis? Like, I'm sorry for getting too personal, but
no. It's work because your hand is numb.
oh, duh! Oh my God! So you're going ham? Oh,
Yeah.
Nigel, have you ever? Oh my! So you've tried it? How many of
Why are
you?
they
Oh my
asking
God!
me
I
in the
cannot
chat?
wait to ask if they have tried this before.
Has anybody tried a stranger in the
Oh
chat?
my goodness! I cannot wait to ask. Oh my God! You're going ham.
Yeah.
Listen, I try and
You
tell
wait till it's
everybody.
numb. Yeah, but stranger, yeah, they know.
I
Yeah, they
can't
know.
see any of the comments.
No? It
No, I
should be
can't.
on the right. No, you don't see little tab?
Oh, you know why? Because mine is on private chat. Duh.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Sorry, I'm just seeing you guys now. I'm
Yeah,
so
they know about the
sorry. Choke that
stranger.
chicken. Never heard that. Girl, you got to be from South Florida. They used to always say choke. I think we even had a song called Choke That Chicken. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I don't
probably
remember.
so. Probably
But I
so.
try and tell everybody, this is why I don't, we talked about this before coming on. I don't like having conversations with just any and everybody when it comes to sex because a lot of people are immature. When they hear the word sex, it's just like, oh, pound town, I'm coming to get a nut. Like when it comes to masturbation, May is National Masturbation Month. If you didn't know, it's 31 days. So you have 31 days to masturbate and get to know your body. It's way deeper than choking your chicken or the stranger or playing with the little man in the boat. It's way more than that. Just like sex is more than just penetration. It's the entire foreplay. It's the chemistry. It's the fellatio. It's like it's everything involved until you come. This is the same thing with masturbation. Masturbation is getting to know yourself. You're fucking yourself. And the only way to fuck yourself is not just by choking the chicken and fingering yourself. When you have sex with a mate, with your mate, with a partner, you want to be correct? You want your entire body to get some attention. You want them to pay attention to everything, to your likes, what you like. So if you're meeting someone for the first time, well, sexually, you're meeting someone, you're having sex with them for the first time, how are they supposed to know your likes when you don't even know? You know what I mean? We're all adults, don't get me wrong. And we all know the basics. We know that kissing is involved, cuddling, groping here and there. We know pumping is involved. But do you really know what this person like? You may love having your head rubbed. I might like having my thighs rubbed. You know what I mean? Or you may have been with someone previously who loved having their thighs rubbed. You come to me and I don't like it. It's a total turn off. It does nothing for me. And it's not your technique. It's just something I don't like. You know what I mean? Like there are women who can explore yourself Hello. There are women who can have orgasms just by stimulating the nipples. That is it. No penetration whatsoever. None. There are some men who can actually have an orgasm without penetration. And I'm not even head, just caressing certain areas. You know what I mean? People have certain erogenous zones and they don't even know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm big on zodiac signs, astrology, so I know like the zodiac signs,
Libra.
erogenous zones. Libra.
Libras.
I don't know it offhand. I'm so sorry. Damn. Why you give me what I knew offhand? I don't know Libra offhand. I really don't. I know that Scorpio is your genitals, and I think Pisces is your head. See, if I would have prepared, I would have been on it though. You know, if I could read like 2 minutes of it, I would have been on it. But I don't remember Libra offhand. But then you can. I will give you that if you want to.
Yeah.
I want to say you guys might be feet or hands, but I don't remember. I don't remember. Virgo. Virgo is the belly. I know. So if you're Virgo, belly is Virgo. But anyway, people have spots and they don't even know it. You know how many times? And again, I have been playing with myself for a very long time. And I'm always constantly finding something new. And it's not just even the touches, certain music. Bruno Mars played today on the radio. I've been hearing the song on the internet because it was a challenge, but I never listened to the entire song. It came on the radio, and I was like, I've been playing that song all day from 4 o'clock. And I told Nigel, like a little whore, I'm so sorry. I was like, be ready. Cause that song, listen, people,
What song?
music. It's Bruno Mars, Leave the Door Open. Yo, 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 yo. That song is so sexy. Like it's extremely, it's one of those, let's go out. You don't wear any panties, no bra. Let's get fellatio in the car on the way home. We're going. Let's sneak off to the restroom. That song is, yes, Leave the Door Open. I love that song. Even through meditation, people don't listen. You can manifest so much through an orgasm too. People don't know that. I'm supposed to be doing a class with a young lady. We're just trying to get our schedules in sync. You can manifest, guys, with orgasms. Orgasms are powerful. And you never count on anyone to get you that orgasm, because even if the sex is bad, even if the pumps are just only 3 minutes, just make sure you can get yours afterwards, or like you should never be deprived.
Okay.
Like do it on your own. You know what I mean? Like, hey, they couldn't give it to me, but I'm gonna get it. Listen, I've only been, thank God, I'm probably telling too much, but again, it's 420. We're cousins now, guys, right? We're here. We're cousins. Your guess isn't in. All right, we're here. It's 420. I mean, we've all had an edible or two already, right? No?
Not yet. After though.
So work first. Smart man. So thankfully I've never been with anyone that I was just like, but I had one. And I'll talk about this story on my live plenty of times so I can say it in front of my husband. He knows about this. He even still teases me about this. It was bad. It was bad. It was so bad. And I think it was because he was such a handsome man. He just never had to do work. Because I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm the finest woman out there or whatever, but there are some people that don't have to do much depending on the person. You know what I mean? And I just felt like because he was just very attractive, he just probably was just used to women just throwing themselves at him. He didn't have to do much. There are some men who probably listened to some of my lives and my podcasts and was like, Sherri don't even suck dick. What is she talking about? Why is she talking about sex? That girl didn't move. That girl didn't, so I totally, he probably just didn't have to. He probably just didn't have to.
I feel too like it depends on the person. It depends on the energy, rather.
It definitely depends on the energy. And I'm always cool with anybody. If I'm exchanging any type of energy with you, we're cool. I respect you. There's a friendship there, whatever. I tried a couple of times and it was just him. But I said all of that to say, even though he was bad, I was able to keep trying because at least I was still able to get off. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't calling him back. It was like, all right, let me give you another chance. But I was able to, But anyway, I can't have sex with everybody. I learned that extremely early. Sex is not just sex for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna root you on if you just want to screw somebody just because. I am not judgmental. I'd be like, yes, girl, do it. Yes. You know, I'm rooting everybody on. I personally can't do it because sex is serious to me. I treat sex like I treat my taxes. I probably shouldn't say that because I don't treat my taxes like I should. And I'm married to the tax man. But I take my sex serious. Like, it brings children to this earth. I take it pretty serious. Like, this is art, bruh. You can't fuck. Even when you fuck up, you need to make it beautiful because this is art, you know? So hold on. I'm very secretive when it comes. Listen, Chriselle, did I say your name right?
Giselle.
Chiselle. Sorry, did I listen? I think that's the best way to be. As open as I am with talking about sex, nobody knows. Like, it's they be like, Sherri, well, tell me your story. You can get a story when I got a little bit of wine on me on live and I'm trying to be Sherri Shabazz and we're cousins now. But I'm like, you have to be a mystery. Listen, everybody loves a good mystery. Everybody wants to unlock the mystery. You know what I mean? And it's like when you finally get it, when you're able to unlock that mystery, hello, you have to perform. You have to perform. And it's not, listen, sex is not what everybody else is trying to make it out to be. It's not like this, you know. It's energy.
Definitely.
It's energy. So again, you don't have to be a 10. You know what I mean? But the energy has to be there. I mean, it will help if you know your body and know what rhythms get you going and know what positions get you there, what positions get your partner there. That is, I mean, that's a 10. But when that chemistry is there, but
Next
imagine the
level.
chemistry. Go ahead.
No, it's definitely next level. And it's two energy sources, right? So not to dive into my experiences here, but whatever. There are some women who would tell you that, oh, Blaze, he doesn't do this, he don't do that, he ain't doing that. And that's them, because I didn't do that. But
With
then
you,
there'd be somebody else that's like, oh, but he does blah, blah, you know what I mean? It's just energy.
it's energy. It's energy. Like, again, I know it's some men that I've been with who have probably seen a post, read a post, and they're like, that is not Sherri. Why is that girl fronting like that? Like, it's just energy. Even with
Yeah.
relationships, like, I tell people, stop. When I say dating, because I am a believer in just date whoever. I believe in dating. If someone asks you out on a date, yes, go out on that date. You never know. It's just like friendship. To me, intimate relationships are just like friendships. I'm not going to force this. If we mesh, we mesh. If we don't mesh, we don't mesh. It's that
Yeah.
simple. But I will tell everybody, like, date. You know, don't start off exclusive because it's going to be the energy that's going to connect and keep you guys. So if you meet somebody and he's 5'7" and you require him to be 6 feet, oh well. He might be 5'7" and that's the only thing that's lacking from what you need. Forget about what you want. Forget about what, and guys, I used to tell this to myself when I was in my early 20s. So I know this isn't something that, well,
And
no,
not still in your early 20s?
I wish. Don't even do that. I already know. I wish. I still got 21-year-old knees though. It's a little bit, just a
Hey.
little bit, just a little bit. Not when I'm sober. Listen, chemistry is everything. We downplay the truth a lot. We downplay the truth a lot. But I tell people, you gotta treat relationships like you do your friendships. Not everybody. I know he fine. I know. Listen, sis. I know you want him because he's fine and your vagina is thumping and jumping, but you guys aren't compatible. Like, he's dumb as a brick, and you don't need that energy around you right now. Like, you like for men, you like for a man's intellect to show up. That's what really gets your vagina going. He's attractive now, but later on when you guys go to dinner and he tells you that he doesn't know XYZ, and that turns you the hell on. You
No
know, you
conversation.
no conversation at all. You love men who can teach you a thing or two. That actually gets you going. And is just physical, you're gonna be annoyed. You're gonna be
Yeah.
annoyed. And it's like you have to treat relationships like you do friendships. It has to develop organically. There is not one relationship, one friendship you had and you went up to somebody and was like, I want to be your friend. No, you didn't. It just happened.
Yeah.
Think about all your friends. It just kind of, you guys just kind of fell into place. And that's how it has to be. Because one thing, especially with women, like I tell you, screw who you want to screw. Your vagina is not my vagina. But, this goes back to the health factor. Because I'm always counseling people on the health factor too, because we want to be here until at least 90. As long as we can still have orgasms. We want to be here to experience them until 90. But I tell them, I forgot what I was saying. Shit. Totally forgot what I was just getting ready
That
to
is
say.
their vagina was the last thing you said.
Oh, you have to be safe. Like, I get it. It's your vagina. You are grown. You do what you want to do. I am all for whatever movement you want to be free, to be liberal or whatever. I'm all for that. But we also have to be safe. Safe. Like I tell people all the time, when you go and you're going to go do something you really ain't supposed to do, you lock your morals up. You keep the morals in the car and put the seatbelt on your morals because you want to do it anyway. So you might as well just go and lock her up, go do what you want to do, but take your brain. So smoke your weed, but don't get caught by the police. Don't do shit that's gonna make your license suspended. Don't drive with a pound of coke or weed or whatever hell your vice is, pills, in the trunk.
Yeah.
And that's just,
or if you're driving with weed, smell of weed. This is just like coming in.
Things is just, we got to be responsible. We got to turn up, have fun, live. But you kind of got to be smart too. And the same thing with sex. Like, listen, honey, I know his penis is big. It's good to you, whatever. But you're neglecting your kids. He's draining you. I know your vagina might be happy, but do you see what you look like? He's depleted your bank account. Like, certain things we kind of got to be like, all right, let me be smart. Yeah. And also, I wanted to talk on this. I was on the Jessie Wu show, and that was a great show, and it tied into childhood trauma and stuff. And one thing I'm always telling women too, you got to take your power back. People keep saying sex is sex. You are a man. When if there are certain type of women, that's not how I'm trying to say it. You approach women differently. Am I right or am I wrong? Mm-hmm. Pretty much, I don't even know you like that, but are you a gentleman? I'm assuming you're a gentleman for the most part. Some people may say differently because we just have our opinions of men because that's just life. Right. But for the most part, you were raised right and you know how to treat women, correct? Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
But you also know when you want to be on some dog shit, you could do some dog shit to certain women. Am I right or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
Listen, as a man, I need you to say it for them to hear you. They need to hear this because I tell women all the time, you have the power. Women are powerful. Forget about the rules, the hierarchy, and all of this. Listen, together we are a force to be reckoned with. That's how I feel. But men know how powerful women are. Men know this. Men know if I want her, even if it's just her vagina, even if it's just 15 minutes to feel her warmth, I am going to do whatever the hell she want me to do. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Please tell me, am I right or am I wrong?
For the most part, yeah.
I have had men chase me for years. Didn't even smell it. And at first, it was just I just wanted to have sex with Sherri. That's what it was at first. But then after a while, they start hanging out with me. And they're like, "Oh, damn, she cool as hell. I want a little bit more." Listen, and I'm not saying that you go and use men, ladies. You have the power to have sex with whoever the hell you want to have sex with. You have the power to have the type of sex that you want to have. Men fall to their fucking knees when it comes to sex. Men lose everything. Look at how many men lose in divorce. They lose their homes, they lose their careers because of a wet vagina. That's why a lot of men don't mind prostitutes, because they're gonna pay her to just shut the fuck up. Excuse me. You're gonna pay her just to keep her mouth closed.
Yeah.
Like a lot of men, vagina. Like listen, like, there's an old saying where you should never be broke if you're sitting on your vagina, something like that. But it ain't. To me, it's even. Sex is powerful. There's certain women who can walk into rooms sexually, like people who are sexually in tune with themselves. Like, we keep talking about big dick energy. Men, there's something about them, and they probably ain't even got a big penis, but there's just something how they carry themselves. A woman who has control over her sexual powers is a very strong woman, and men know that. Men will go years and they never even sniff it, but he just wants to be around her energy. Women, we got to take that back. And you as a man, you know this. He's a man and he's telling you guys, listen, we have total control. If you don't want to have sex with the man, you got to remember that you don't have to. But men, you also got to realize that don't, like, you just can't go. Times have changed. It wasn't right back then, and this shit definitely ain't right now. I'm laughing about it, but I'm laughing because there are some men who really still think like the 1950s. And it's like, that shit wasn't cool then. It was normal, but it wasn't right. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, definitely. Back to what you were saying about energy and about just certain things can turn you on. This may sound blasphemous to certain church folk, but there are certain women that are so in tune spiritually that sexually it turns me on. You know what I mean? So it's not always about the woman in the room with the biggest booty or the woman, you know what I'm saying, with the long hair.
It's an
Sometimes it's
aura.
your intelligence, it's your spirit, it's your aura. All of that stuff plays a factor.
And you already know, as a man, you already know it's going to be good. And she could be the most mediocre person. She may have just discovered herself 2 years ago, but it's going to be magical because she's sharing something. It's people. I don't even know how to explain it right now in this moment, but it's so deep. Think about it. I don't know if you guys are comfortable masturbating, but think about how level-headed you are after an orgasm. Just think about after a good session with yourself or a good session with a
Who
partner the
level
next
headed?
day. The next day, like, what? Yes, of course. I like whatever you need, boss. Like, oh, yeah. I be skipping walking into work sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, what's up with Sherri?" I mean, like, listen, orgasms are, and it releases some type of like, I don't know. It just, I don't even know how to describe it right now because ever since I talked about the Bruno Mars song, I've been like playing this scene in my head that I really want to do soon. We won't have no kids in this house. Sorry. But we gotta, I don't know, like I always said I did a vision board a couple years ago, and I don't even like vision boards. I'm a go with the flow person. I don't like rules. I don't like trends. I just be like, all right, let's just go whatever it's my spirit say let's go with. I was never a
That's
friend
the Libra.
a fan of, huh?
That's the Libra. That's the
Well, I'm a
Libra.
Scorpio. Oh, you
I
talking about
know,
you as Libra. Yeah, me and
but that's a
Libras,
Libra.
we
Yeah. Free
understand each other.
spirit.
Yeah. One of my close friends, well, few and cousins and relatives, like, yeah, we flow. It's, and my daughter, she's only 7, and I get it. She's a free spirit, and I like that. I just like, all right, I'm a fall back. But I did a vision board, and I think I don't like vision boards because it makes me focus. It makes me. I feel too. One, I don't like it because I'm sharing my most intimate thoughts, deepest secrets, things that I'm insecure about, but I want so bad. I'm sharing it with strangers that can easily, shit on this, steal this idea, this and that, or whatever. So that's one of the main reasons I don't like them. And also, it forces me to, I guess, like I said, focus. And I don't like doing that. Like, I know you, because I know you should. My brain doesn't operate that way. I don't want to focus on one goal. I want to keep going. And I think it was just in my mind, I think it was like the vision board was just a representation of what you should always focus on daily. And it just, I don't know, it messed with my brain. That's just me. I can't even describe it. That's how crazy it is. It just messes with my brain. But I did one. And one of the things I put on there, I wanted to be part of the revolution. And when I say the revolution, I just wanted to be part of the revolution of women getting their power back. I personally feel like, I know people say sex is just sex. I feel like once you take that power back, if you were ever molested, if you were ever raped, whether it's been, as a child or in your relationship, in your marriage, once you take that power back, that power of not feeling like a victim, not being hurt, not being taken advantage of, all of that, and you realize, this feels good to me and I want to own it, there's no stopping. There's no stopping you. We've met powerful women, but there's always something me personally, I don't know about you, and it's because I can be standing next to a total stranger and can tell that person wants to have sex with me or the person around them. I pick up sexual energy really, 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 really fast. I don't know what it is, but whatever. But there are women who are extremely powerful, and then there's always something about them. You're like, she can be so much more powerful and then when I sit and I talk to them, I'm like, there's something still holding you back. You know what I mean? There's something and you have to take that power back. And that's something I preach to, I don't know your audience. I apologize if I'm getting too deep into politics, but that's something that I preach to Black people as well. Just like how you just admitted to men know women are powerful. White supremacists, the government, America, whatever, they know Black people are powerful. Until we take our power back and stop allowing them to keep you angry because of what they put in the media, because what they have out, and they tell you should be angry from this time to this time because this is all they're showing. And then when it's gone away, you're cool again. They're controlling your emotions. When you take your power back and you can start thinking level-headed and you're like, no, I'm going to fight you back economically. I'm going to fight you back by raising my family to be what my great-grandparents were, because remember, at one point, Black folks were excelling in America. You know what I mean? Like they were doing well for themselves. And it's like, until we remember, when we're always angry, we can't think. And I'm a very hot-headed Scorpio. I told you, my moon is Aries. So I'm double hot-head. And it took me a long time to realize this, Sherri, you can't make any rational decisions when you're upset. You can't. And it's like they want to always keep us upset. It's going to hurt. You're going to be angry, but you have to take your power back. And this is something else. And I know we probably should be talking about it. And also when the government feeds you, and this is anybody, because this is something that they were talking about with The Game, the rapper The Game, talking about relationships and how men should provide 100%. Don't get me wrong. We all want to be taken care of, men and women. Men want to wake up to breakfast in bed. We want to wake up to a paid mortgage. Don't have to worry about it. We all want everything. But the minute you give somebody control to feed you, they can also starve you. I don't care how cliche it sounds. When the government is giving you money to take care of your family, they're also telling you a man can't live here. They're also telling you your child can't go to certain schools. They're also telling you your child will live here in the gutter where men are dying by the time they're 14. Boys are going to jail by the time they're 14. Girls are getting pregnant by the time she's 16. And this is all your child know. Because if you move out, we're going to stop giving you assistance. If you get a better job, we're going to stop taking care of you.
Yeah.
You gotta take your power back.
And they dictate what is taught in the schools, and they have control over what restaurants are in those neighborhoods.
Why we get all the Popeyes and the McDonald's? We get tell me, a vegan spot in the hood? Can y'all name one vegan spot in the hood?
It's too expensive.
But all of a sudden you want to shoot me up with a vaccine because you care. All I'm asking is you to give my child proper education. That's all I'm asking. So I tell people, even in relationships, I know it may sound good, but when a man knows that he's putting everything, you won't have a say in that house. And don't get me wrong, that's not every man. But our grannies aren't telling us the full story. You know what I mean? Our grannies couldn't leave. She wanted to. She couldn't leave. Women couldn't hold down the type of jobs that we're holding down now. You know what I mean? And I don't care what anybody say. I want to be taken care of. That's why we working so hard, so we both can lay back and be taken care of together. But listen, I don't care what anybody say. I don't care how much money is rolling in the dough. If being a housewife is not your thing, you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable. Remember, being a housewife, being a housekeeper, that's not really in us. We were forced naturally as a woman. Naturally, you're gonna automatically take care of your man and your kids. That it comes automatic. But to do that like 24/7, I'm not going out and I'm not talking to other women and I'm not mingling with other women like me, like-minded individuals. I'm not getting out and being amongst other people because I am in this house cleaning and cooking and doing this for my man. Why can't we get the money together so we can hire help to do this? And if
Because
that's how you
society has it like that.
exactly, exactly. And women are so much more powerful when they can make decisions. Women are powerful. Like, I don't know, have you guys been on certain jobs or even yourselves? You had some great ideas, but nobody was listening to you because you were a woman. You were a
Mm.
woman. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
it's like things like that. I feel like it's holding a lot of us back, especially relationships. It's cool to want what your granny and granddaddy had, but the problem is they weren't being honest. You know how many older women slip up and tell me, "Oh, I wish I could be able to say the things that you say. I wish I've experienced an orgasm, but you had 11 kids."
Mm.
But you know what? Our grandparents and our uncles and the church made us feel like that was normal. They made it feel like that was normal. So
And
anyway,
now it's so different because our grandparents stayed through everything. And then now folks get married for a year and they're like, yeah,
well,
I don't
one,
like him anymore.
you probably should not have gotten married. We talked about that before. You keep picking the wrong one. Our grandparents stayed. I keep telling people our grandparents stayed because remember, our grandmothers didn't have money for themselves. They couldn't just up and leave. Right now, women, especially Black women, are like, they're making
Yeah,
bank. They are bringing in dough. So it's
yeah.
like, okay, Mr. Johnny, you want to cheat on me? You want to bring home a baby on me? Yeah, I'm going. But I agree, when it's that easy to leave within a year, a lot of times we have to be honest with ourselves too. We weren't supposed to marry that person.
Mm.
And that's a problem too. We want to do things for our fraternity, our sorority, our friends, our colleagues. Everybody else is doing so well around me. I'm a professional. So I got to have a man. I got to have a husband. I got to have a wife. It's so much pressure on you. You come from a family where everyone is married and have kids. And it's like, I just want to smoke weed in the mountains and discover life. You know what I mean? But it's like a lot of times you get a lot of people, and people always say, "Oh, marriage fails because of this, because of that." Marriage fails because you weren't really supposed to be married anyway. I mean, let's just keep it real. How many relationships we never really weren't supposed to get into? It's the same with marriage. We just got into it because the 2 years felt good.
Mm.
He fit everything that I want. She fits everything that I want. She looks good on paper. I could bring her to church. I could bring her to my family. They'll all like her. She'll make the perfect kids. But really, that chemistry isn't really there. What? Sorry.
Ooh,
Women
that
were not
look good
independent
on
back then. They
paper.
weren't. Oh, she
That
wants to see what my shirt says.
that yes, yes, yes.
Sorry. I wear this like on a lot of interviews just
Everybody
because
see that?
I'm trying to. Racism is little dick energy. I'm trying to. Almost fell. Y'all didn't see that. Can you see it? Racism is little dick energy. But what were you saying now?
Um, when they look good on paper, but the chemistry isn't there. I feel that's messed up a lot of relationships.
Listen, if you're a part of any professional group, you see it. You see it. I am around a lot of women
Hard
who
though.
say it again.
It is hard though.
It is it's heavy. It's heavy in the professional community.
Mhm.
It's heavy. If they make six figures, she needs to make six figures. And if I'm a certain If I have a certain title, they need to have a certain title. If I come from if I come from a prestigious family, they need to, come from the same. And it's bad because we all know we're all humans. We all have skeletons. We all have skeletons. I just feel like those group of people who cannot be themselves, their skeletons are even worse. Like, I don't want to bring this up because he is a FAMUN and we can't go against family. But I feel like this is a safe space. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Safe space.
But and I will not say this gentleman's name, but I feel like he's a prime example. We all went to school with this person and we knew who he was. He knew who he was. His wife knew who he was. But it was like, because of his position, they told him, marry this, do this, and just look like this great politician, be polished. And it's like, why can't I be this man who happens to enjoy indulging with other men from time to time?
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Why can't I do that and still be a great politician? Why? Because society doesn't want that. I tell everybody, hey, if you do the work effectively, I don't give a hell what you do in your private life. I don't keep it away from the kids. I don't care. We all have skeletons. You might see a damn homemade video of me floating around 10 years from now. So I can't say anything. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's now a scandal because you guys just would not allow him to be who he was. And he's great. I witnessed this firsthand because I went to school with this person. I know this is in him. He is great at this, but you guys will not allow him to be the human that he can be, or he was born to be, or whatever. I don't care what you believe in, whatever. This is just, he wants to live in his truth and he can't because of his profession. You have so many people who can run this world and do a great job, but because they have all of these labels hanging over their heads, they're afraid. They're like, no, you guys will get in here and crucify me. Why would I share my talents with you all?
That's a fact.
And it's the same thing with relationships. Good and well you went into this relationship still in love with your ex.
Ooh.
Because your ex didn't check off all the boxes, now you're in this.
Sherri, you are going for the juggler right now.
I'm just keeping it real because this is what we all deal with. It is human nature. It's human. We have all been there. We have all done something that we know. We just didn't keep it real. And that's why we ended up in the position that we ended up in. And that's the problem. I'm sorry. I am marrying somebody I can go to hedonism with every May and be naked and have a good freaking time. That's who I'm marrying because that's who I enjoy. And I also happen to enjoy intellectuals. That's who the hell I'm marrying. But you know why? I also put that damn energy out there. But let's keep it real too. Like, we've had our issues. Like, people need to just keep it real. Keep it real and you'll get who you're supposed to belong to. But a lot of times we're trying to fix these relationships because of image. And that be the real problem. The real problem. I'm sorry, y'all.
Man, I love it.
So sorry.
Now we're gonna get into the portion of our show where we talk about colors.
There's more.
There's more. We were supposed to do this like 30 minutes ago, but it was so good. No, but it was so good. You were talking about masturbation and looking good on paper and energy and the little dick energy and all the other stuff. So
Sorry.
let us get to the colors. So for this portion of the show, I will say random colors. And for each color I say, you'll just say whatever comes to mind. It can be one word, it can be a phrase, it can be a short story. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever you say. So, for example, I may say brown. One guest may say, oh, chocolate. You know, a different guest may say, poop, shit. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever comes to mind. All right?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Color number one, black.
Strength. Yeah, strength,
Okay.
power.
Okay. Red.
Fierce, power.
Okay. Gold.
Royalty, wealth. Yeah.
Yeah. White.
Peace. Actually, I'm like when you're talking to him, I'm actually feeling the colors. So yeah, I'm feeling them. I'm like, oh, I just felt peace. Okay, yeah, peace.
Okay. Good, good,
Purple
good.
is my color.
We say purple for last. Don't worry, we got you.
Okay.
Let's do blue.
Water. So
Mm.
calmness, water.
Mm. Water is sometimes associated with your feelings and emotions too.
Yeah. I'm a water sign. So yeah,
Oh
I can
yeah,
see that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Deep,
Scorpio. Yeah,
deep emotions, like the
yeah,
sea.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's do green.
Wealth, land, earth. Yeah.
Okay. Dark green, like an army green.
The forest, peace. Yeah. Serenity,
Hmm. Okay. What about lime green?
vibrant fun. Yeah.
Hmm.
Caribbean. I'm getting like a Caribbean vibe, margaritas. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's keep it there. Yellow.
Yellow is like goddess. Just, yeah. Magnetic
Hmm.
energy, vibrant goddess energy.
Hmm. Okay. Brown.
Me.
Okay.
Um, definitely beauty. Brown is I like the color brown. I would say beauty.
Okay. Let's do fuchsia.
Ooh, that's my color. Beauty. See, like all things, I see jewels. Beauty. Yeah, beauty.
Hmm. Let's do. We did white already.
Yeah, we did white. That was peace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
How
my
about
nails are
peach?
green.
Nails are green.
What
Let's do
happened?
peach. Peach.
Peach. Oh, soft. Girly, feminine. Yeah.
Okay. Two more. Two more. Let's do gray.
Ooh, unsure.
Hmm.
In between. It's gray can be so much. Thunderstorm. I see it. It's the good and the bad. Gray is good and the bad. Mixed.
Hmm. Hmm.
Never
All
thought
right.
about that, huh?
It's interesting because the guest last week she said that gray is not even a color. That she hates gray. That gray brings her sadness and depression to the point where she
I
doesn't even
love dark
own
colors.
any gray clothes.
I love dark colors. I see all the beauty in dark colors. And gray is, I tell people all the time, the reason why I'm a good communicator, people can, they can come and talk to me because I see the gray. People see either black or white. I see all the in between, all the stuff that everybody. So, but I like gray too. And I enjoy thunderstorms when I'm thinking of gray skies. I like the calmness that it's going to bring. I also like the havoc it's going to bring because I can sleep well. So, but I see the beauty in dark colors. I'm kind of dark
Mhm.
soul.
Okay. Let's do pink.
We did pink. No, 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 no. We did fuchsia. Pink is. I see like princess on her way to to being a queen. So girly, fun, not quite mature yet, but it's a cute, vibrant color.
Okay. Okay. And final color, purple.
I love purple. Purple is definitely royalty. Purple is intense. Purple is respect. Purple is just, it's bold, it's beautiful, it's elegant, it's glamour. Purple is just beautiful.
Purple is amazing. All my
Yeah.
purple lovers, put your purple hearts in the chat. Purple is
Oh, she
amazing.
says she doesn't feel good about gray. Oh my God, I feel all dark colors except blue. I'm not really a dark blue fan, but like black, I love black. I've been
Dark
told I
blue is
need to
kind of
stop wearing it, but
what
I
black.
don't see it as yeah, dark colors. Period. Like the brown, I wear a lot of black, gray, and brown earth tones, and I was just told I shouldn't. But I am somebody like I see the beauty in death. I see the beauty in what do you call it? The things when you die, you go to the funeral, not funeral homes, graveyards. Like it's
Mm,
scary. Don't get me wrong, it's scary, but I see the beauty in darkness. I do.
mm. I as we were talking about energy, colors bring tons of energy, and there are people who have not even known me, and they've been in a restaurant or in a store, and they've just walked up to me and said they can feel my energy,
Hmm.
and energy vibrates in different colors. So those who do meditation, I know many of us here are big on meditation.
Hmm.
If you really research meditation and you really look up chakras
Yeah,
and such, they divide it into colors,
yeah,
depending on where you are in life, depending on like your perspective, depending on what your skeletons are, what is blocked, what you're holding in, and then what side of you is free and released. All those are different colors.
yeah.
So
And that was the thing. I had a reading, and he told me that I do hold on to dark things, which I do. I don't know if anybody's into astrology. I keep bringing it up. Well, zodiac signs, I should say. I keep bringing it up. But
mm,
being a Scorpio, you are very dark. Scorpios see beauty in darkness. We are drawn to all black, death, all of that. And I think that's what helps me see that. So I'm the type, I think black just makes me look good. That's why I was wearing it. And he was like, no, you're guarded. And black is a sign of protection. It is. When we hear of black, we hear of evil, darkness, sorrow, all of that or whatever.
that's what
But
they want us to think about black.
right, but I've always looked at black when I step into when I step into like a conference room and I'm wearing all black, it's like all hell the queen. I just feel really, really powerful, which it is. It is a very powerful color, but black does it protects, it keeps,
Mm-hmm.
so I was extremely guarded. He was just like, you need to stop wearing dark and allow, be vulnerable around others, let your guard down. And the only way you'll do that is if you attract by wearing lighter colors. You wearing the dark colors, even though you may see the beauty in it, you don't realize you're giving off dark energy. And it was
Wow.
true. I'm very guarded, and that's not a good thing, because I'm like, why people always call me mean? I'm not mean. I promise I'm not mean. I'm always having to explain myself, and it's like, no, you are guarded and you don't even realize it. And it wasn't until I got one of my readings and I was just like, damn, you're right. So I practice wearing brighter. I know I didn't do it tonight. I'm sorry. I just really like wearing this shirt during interviews. I don't know. It just gets the crowd going. But I have been trying to practice. And again, this goes back to sex. I know we're talking about colors, but even lingerie, like before, I would just automatically buy all black. But like lately, I have been finding myself buying peaches and yellow, and it makes me feel a little bit more girly and feminine. I've always been very prissy, but I'm like tough. I have a very aggressive personality. And it's like, no, no, no. When I'm being intimate, I want to be very girly. Like treat me like a princess. And I've noticed, me wearing I move different. I feel a lot
Yeah.
more. So color does play a big role in a lot of things. Think
Black
about when you go to your
lingerie, black lingerie don't really hit the same.
it doesn't. It's
Mm.
sexy. So it depends on what you're wearing. It's really, really, really sexy, but it depends on the mood. Sometimes you just, you want to be cute and flirty and stuff. If you want to be a fierce diva, I think red is the color to go. I think that's, when you want to be a dominatrix, you got to put on your black. You can't be a dominatrix in yellow. You just can't. So she said
Yeah.
she changed the colors too. It used to be, yeah, like change it to colors. Another part of masturbating, like I didn't even really know this until I started, just trying to pay more attention to to what I'm used to, and trying to step outside the box a little bit and things like that. And even white, like I'm not a fan of white at all. I think I'm just not a fan of it. It gets dirty too quick. Like it's just bland. It's whatever. But white makes me feel good now. I don't know. It just makes me feel at peace. I feel real.
Why? I love wearing white. There's
I
definitely an energy surrounding white, but it's a pain in the ass because I I can never clean white clothes to their original state, no
unless you
matter.
take it to the cleaners. But that's I'm constantly like I am a very listen, y'all. When I tell you I am so free spirit, if something falls on my clothes, I'm just like, all right, let me try and wipe it off. It doesn't go off. Oh well, yes, I'm walking around like this for the rest of the day. I'm not going to stress it because I used to be someone who was just extremely anal. Things have to be. Oh well, am I gonna die? No. But with white, no. It's just so I feel like every time I wear white, I mess up. Like I look like a 3-year old. I'm constantly
Yeah,
trying to be safe. I'm just not a fan of white, but white sheets, like certain things, I want white because it does make me feel it's very peaceful. Very peaceful.
yeah, yeah. They're
She said, "Are we
asking.
going to talk about what sex toys you sell?" I should give your You know what? Remind me. I'm going to give your guest. If you guys do purchase, I will give you guys a nice percentage. I will give you guys a nice code. But I ain't gonna lie. It's 420. I've already had an edible and I'm drinking. I can't do it tonight. So can you please just remember that I said this? I will give you guys a code on my website. My website is sherrishabazz.com. I was trying to see if I could type it in here. It's SherriShabazz.com. I sell the sex toys you will find inside of the sex toys. I'm inside of the sex shop. Um, they might seem pricey, some of them, not all of them. But if you go to these stores, you realize, oh, because I sell the one that everybody loves, that purple one. It's like $199 on my site, or maybe 150. That toy is like a good $250. Um,
What does it do?
I have to have a passion party. Are they local? Would you say?
What does it do?
This is the one that it stimulates your nipples. You can actually, it's a nipple stimulator and a clit stimulator. Do I have it on me? My husband kicked me out. My toys used to be all around here. He kicked me out and put me in the garage. Um, I could have just pulled it out for you guys, but I don't have it on you. It's called the Fantasy for her. It was very popular when we first went on lockdown because that's one thing. Women are definitely coming during the pandemic. Sex toys sold. Um, so yeah, it has a little tongue and it actually sucks your vagina while it's stimulating your clitoris as well. And you can also put it on your nipple, and it's fabulous. But I sell everything you can think of for men and women. For couples. I love cock rings. I'm a fan of cock rings. Dildos, vibrators, you name it, it's all on there. Yeah. And I like quality. So my toys are quality. They are quality toys because I like quality. Vibrating panties, that's a favorite. Especially for the summer and now that we're all
Vibrating panties? I never even heard of them.
yes, now that we're all off of lockdown and we're gonna be outside for the summer, date nights, I, date nights, anniversaries. When you guys take butt plugs. I have butt plugs that light up. I think that is so cute. And I have the ones with the pony. The what do you call it? Do you want me to bring some of them out here? Do we have
Sure.
time?
They asking for it.
I know he locked me up. He locked night. I might have to go through packages. So hold on, give me one quick moment. One quick minute.
You guys asked for it. You only do this once a year, right? The theme this month is sex, so if y'all want it, we're gonna provide it to you. All right. With that
I'm not
said,
gonna bring them out. Not all of them, but my husband, he's extremely OCD, so he kicked me out. My office was in the dining room. He kicked me out and put me in the garage and organized everything. So, this is something I really like. I know everybody's not into this, but it's a shock, an electroshock. So what it does is you can put this on your well, anywhere you want to actually, but you put it on your wrist and you can put it on her clips, her clit, her nipples, and it actually shocks her, like electrocutes. I mean, you know, yeah, like a little kink. It's fun. Um, this is for my folks who, I don't know if you could see it because his finger's in the way. Who likes to role play a little bit? This is fun. Small piece. You see it. You can put his penis there, holds your mouth open wide, gives you a little assistance. I don't know if you guys watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but this sex swing was on there. This is one. Vloggers, you know, for my spankers, those who are into BDSM. This is, I even have a penis pump for men if you like getting spanked, bitch. I have other dildos and things. But if you go to the site, you'll see
Shabazz.com, right?
yeah, share. And if those who are into the home remedies and things like that, if you're local, you do not have to pay the shipping costs. I do rearrange. I mean, I do arrange pickup. So if you're in the Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade counties, I do pickup, so you don't have to pay that shipping. But payhip.com, payhip.com /Sherri Shabazz. That's where you'll find all the grandma's blessing. And I do have a libido booster on there for women who have, for men and women who, you know, want a little bit more stamina, you know, you want to increase your sex drive, you want to be in the mood a little bit more, you want to last longer. It does all of that for you. Just like anything else, be consistent. Have to take that 3 times a day. I tell people if you're an essential worker or if you went back to work, you're around people all the time, you're traveling, a hot toddy is great for that. Like as soon as you start feeling symptoms and you take that, you're good. Do I have time to bring out another bin?
What's that site? Yeah.
It's PayHip. So it's PAY and then hip HIP.com /Sherri Shabazz. Yeah, I have a penis pump. Let me see what else I have for you guys. See, I told you women be ready. Women are always
they were ready
women
tonight.
like, bring it out.
They are ready today. Am I getting ideas? Why not? I don't know about the penis pump. We
Lots
been doing
of
the penis
training,
pump.
but I think this one has a lot of my favorites in it. And again, please don't forget that I need to make a code for your listeners tonight. You guys could get a discount. But someone mentioned the butt plugs. I think this is so cute. And what I love about it is a silicone tip. So it goes in. I still have not used the butt plug. Y'all don't tell anybody. I'm just me, you know, I'm a little afraid. But I'm like, it is so nice and sleek. You know, it goes in. I don't know if it goes in, but it feels like it goes in a little bit more smoother. And then this one is for my advanced people because as you can see, this is a little bit more fatter, but it's so cute. And I always tell people, take pictures. I think they're so adorable. And I love how sexy. I just love how sexy the products are. Like this one, it's just, I don't know, the box just makes me want to get in the mood. It's just really sleek and sexy. And this is the Satisfier. Oh, I can't open this one. I love anything Satisfier. I am a huge fan of this brand. Damn it, I want you guys to see. I don't want to mess it up. I wanted you to see this toy. But Satisfier makes like the best clit stimulators ever in the history. And what I love about their toys, look, your child won't know what that is. Your child will not know if you're hiding it from your mate. You shouldn't. But we don't judge. We don't know the level of the relationship. So if you are, or if you're hiding it from your child, like my kids are 7 and 9 now, so they know what the hell is going on. You don't know what that is?
At
you
all.
have no right. Does that look like something that sucks on the clit?
I'm an adult and I still don't even know what that is.
Thank you. That's what I love about Satisfiers. They're great. Listen, their products hold on to what it needs to hold on and do what it needs to do. And it's discreet. My kids will have no clue. These are another phase. Sorry, I know you don't want to see a penis, but you can stick this on the wall and go to Pound Town in the shower, and it feels real. It has a little curve. Um,
One time for the curve.
One time for the curve. Another Satisfier brand. This I would recommend this one more for beginners. Again, a very sexy. It does the job, but it's not as intense as the other Satisfier brands. But this is a clit stimulator, and yes, it does what it needs to do. Um. Oh look, we have an emoji butt plug. Do you guys see it? An emoji butt plug. All right. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time because we'll probably be here all day. This is the last one I'm gonna show you. This is if for people who like them a little thick. I know it probably doesn't look too thick here, but this is meaty. It's 6 inches, but it looks like it's about 9 inches. It's for my pride people, and even if you don't just like colors, your chakras. Hello.
Right?
Get in tunes while you're pleasing yourself. I'm just saying, yeah.
Grounded, sacral chakra, solar plexus.
There you go. All right, that's it for the toys. That's it. There's more on SherriShabazz.com.
Yes. So SherriShabazz.com, and that's Sherri Shabazz with 2 Z's, right?
2 Z's, yes. And that's Sherri with an I. So it's SHE. How come I can't type? SHERRI. And then
Yeah, I got you in there.
Yeah. It's SHA. I can see everybody, but it doesn't give me an option to type.
Sure.
And then you can give them my Instagram page. I will let you know that it is not kid friendly or safe for work. I like, because I'm fun and vibrant. I just like everybody around me to have the same energy. My page is for those folks who
those memes are hilarious.
We're thinking it. We just can't say it. I'm not here to bash men. I don't bash women. I speak the truth from time to time, especially when my period is coming on. I vent. I'm a woman. But for the most part, it's fun. It's a very fun page. All the people who aren't supposed to be on there are on there sneaking. I hope Pastor don't see me. I hope my mama don't see me. But it's fun, and I get all in y'all business. I get y'all to tell me all y'all business. We have church. Our church is just a little bit more, raunchy, but it's a little family. It's a vibe. Wouldn't you agree? It's a nice little.
Yeah.
We don't even know each other, but you feel like we know each other.
Yeah. What is your IG again? After Hours?
Oh, that's After Hours. So After Hours with 2 Z's and an X. AFTERHOURZZX. They keep taking my page. I keep getting kicked off. So that's the current one for now.
Okay. After Hours with 2 Z's and an X.
Yes. Thank you, Bo. Tonight was fun. Aw, thank you. Exhilarating and educating. That's what I hate. Y'all know we hate learning in boring environments, right? That's why I'm stalling to go back for another degree. I want to get my psychology degree this time around, but I'm like, it's boring. Educators are so boring.
That's why we got to be the educators.
Hello. I like that.
Sherri Shabazz, let's give it up, y'all. Did you learn anything? Did you get motivated? Do you want to call that ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend?
Oh, did we freeze?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Are we here? It looked like we froze a little bit. Are we back?
Yeah.
Me? Can you hear?
Yes.
I froze or you froze. Somebody froze. Can you repeat the question?
I think you froze. Oh, no. I was just telling the audience they are horny. Okay. I was just telling the audience.
I see that. She said, I'm horny. Go ahead, girl. Rub one out. If you don't have a partner, straddle him. Straddle him. It's only rape when they don't want it. He wants it. No, get consent. That's important.
Yes, please get consent.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, Let us give it up for Sherri Shabazz, dropping her
Thank you.
knowledge, her expertise, her time, her fun, her energy, her vibe. All right, we've given you guys like 10,000 ways to get in contact with her. All right, Instagram is After Hours with two Z's and a X. You also have SherriShabazz.com, and you got the PayHip.
Payhip, that's grandma's blessing. That's
Yeah,
payhip.com/Sherri Shabazz. One day
but
everything is
all
going to be
these links
available.
are on your IG, right?
Yes, I actually have a link tree. So you can just go on IG, and even if you want to do carnival, it's all of that is on there.
Yeah, yeah.
All of that is on there.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
There
she
you
have
have
a
it.
first date tomorrow with the Scorpio. Ooh, what's your sign? Because Scorpios can be very. Listen,
Yeah,
I
just
just hope
what's your sign?
I hope he's a good one because Scorpios are dope people once you can get past the dark stage. Libras
I
help.
know.
Y'all help bring us. Pisces and Libras help bring out the calm side to us.
Yes, because Libras don't like conflict.
Yeah, y'all don't. Even though y'all cause it, you guys cause it. Let's be real with your passive aggressive selves. You cause a lot of drama and conflict. I
We
mean, you
can.
are. Hey, listen, you are a Gemini's cousin. Okay, I tell everybody, Libras are closeted Geminis because they don't want anyone to see the bad part. They want everyone to see the perfect image. They are closeted Geminis. They cause a lot of conflict, but yes, they don't like conflict.
No,
Listen,
we don't.
I'm raising two Libras, a boy and a girl. Can y'all please pray for me? Somebody help, help. Oh gosh, girl, run. She said she's a Gemini. No, baby, no, run. I want you. Listen, I want to hear her story in 6 months.
I want to hear your story on Friday.
My story
No,
or
her
hers?
story on
Oh, it's
Friday.
gonna be good in the beginning. Gemini and Scorpios have like the best fun. We have the best fun in the world. But listen, Geminis are way too free for the possessive, territorial Scorpio. It is. I don't know this man. I don't know this man. Oh, she said I'm the Gemini. I told you to run because he's Gemini. Well, you still should run because Scorpio and Gemini, girl, that's just child. That sex is gonna make you feel like yes, and the fun is gonna make you feel like yes. But listen, air and water. But get his natal chart. He might have something in there that's compatible with you. But you will have fun. I will guarantee you that. I will guarantee you
What
that.
is wrong with air and water?
Air
No?
and water just don't mix. It just don't mix. You know, water is very deep. We
Yeah.
go deep. Water works better with earth signs and other water signs because they like to have those deep emotions. They like, to talk about them and things like that. Where Libras are very flighty, they want to be we want to be free as well, don't get me wrong, but we're also very grounded individuals. So you guys, you're very flirtatious. One, a Scorpio will beat your ass if you flirt in front of them. I don't give a damn if it was just for a discount. We like, hold up, you mine. What do you mean? What are you doing? Um,
In the chat, ladies, do I flirt?
Libras are
Actually,
very.
don't answer that.
Thank you. I was
Oh,
getting you're September, October. Even when you guys don't know you're
September.
flirting, you're flirting. Well, you may not be as bad as your October cousins. When is your birthday? Are you close to Virgo?
Yes, I am September 25th.
Because I would have never known that you were an air sign. Air signs are they're fun. I'm not saying that you're not fun, but you just seem more earthy. I thought you were like Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You just seem a little bit more
It just depends on where I am. So on
okay.
the podcast, it's fun, but this is still work. So I'm still kind of,
See,
you
that's
know,
the Libra in you. Let it go. Let it go. Let that go. It's even better when you're my daughter. I just had to tell her tonight. I was like, look, you're stressing your soul with all these lists. My child is only 7. And she was like, it's not called stress, it's called preparing. I was like, look, your preparation is causing the rest of the household to stress. So can we let it go? But you guys you want to be perfectionists.
we're indecisive too.
The very end of you can't make a decision. My
No.
child plays Xbox. He cannot pick what player he wants to be in 2K21. So he uses his 150 Hot Wheel cars to make a decision. Whatever car spins the longest, that's who chooses the player. And I'm like, what? What? How did you even come up with? But they can't. My kids cannot make a decision to say
Yeah,
that.
we like options. We have to have options, but we don't like to actually choose one.
She said she's
Anyway,
flirty as hell. Geminis are flirts. Geminis are there are huge flirts, and Scorpio is just like, what you doing? You know I'll kill you, right? Like, because to us, we're big on sex. Sex is our love language. That is so it's like to a Scorpio, flirting equals sex. You want to screw that person. Like what's the other reason with flirting? Why else would you be trying to turn them on or get their attention if you're not
it's
going?
a sport.
Yeah, it's definitely a sport for air signs. It is definitely a. You just want to know that you still got
I
it.
don't mean anything by it.
I know. Yeah. And then Scorpios with her, back to the Gemini, we don't open up. So good luck with trying to get into his head. But hopefully he's a mature Scorpio. Good vibes your way. Hopefully he has crossed, from that, because we have a few stages that we have to go through before we get to the Phoenix stage. So let's just hope he's not a dark Scorpio, where he already
Don't
said
believe
most
that. Everybody says that they are not jealous. That doesn't mean anything. Just say.
Listen, the thing is, it's not like I don't like to call it jealous, but if that's what the people want to call it, cool. We're very territorial. So we're even like this with our other loved ones, not just our mate. Like if that's my mother, that's my mom. What are you doing? What are you like? A lot of my mother coworkers, I used to be like, back up. This is my mother. What do you mean? Like, she was a teacher, so a lot of the younger teachers looked up to her, and that's my mom. That's what are you doing? You don't care for her the way I do.
Right.
So yeah. But tell me how it is. You guys are definitely gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. But I just want to know. I just want to hear it in 6 months, because everybody I warn, every Gemini, Scorpio, and Aries and Libra, just in case you want to date a Libra, these two, and Aries and Capricorn, for some reason, okay, I have four, not three. So Cancer and Sagittarius seem to love each other, but that's like death waiting to happen. Scorpio and Geminis tend to like each other. That's death waiting to happen. Libras and Aries and Capricorn and Aries. So I tell people that those relationships are extremely common, but they usually end horribly.
My
I've
son's
tried
mom,
dating.
actually, never mind.
I've tried dating 3 Geminis, and whoever can date a Gemini, my hats are off to y'all, because that's a sport. Y'all look crazy. My mother is a Gemini. Y'all aren't normal. Are you May or June? I love y'all though. Like I'm going to have the most fun with the damn Gemini. Y'all get into, and that's why Scorpios love you guys. You guys, we're not perfectionists like Libras, but we are very reserved. We don't want the world to know how we really are. We don't like being vulnerable. Um, yeah, she said, yep, I am. But y'all bring out that fun side to us until it's not fun anymore. So we're like, you're gonna die if you flirt with one more person. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, Tupac wasn't. I think Pac was also a Gemini.
Tupac, Biggie, Naomi Campbell, Donald Trump, Kanye West. Geminis are special. They are special people. I love them. I love them. I just would never date them. They're not. You have to be willing to go on an emotional roller coaster. Whereas your Scorpio, he might get emotional and he's going to stand his feelings for it could be anywhere from 24 hours to 3 years. Where Gemini get upset and they're back to normal in 3 minutes. But like Libra, it's because they caused it, so they could easily bounce back. I caused this drama, so I'm back to normal. I fixed it. I don't. That's not fun anymore. That's how y'all go. Y'all don't like to just be normal. Y'all don't. I
They do
like
like
it
to fix it though.
because y'all caused it. That's the least you can do. It's the least you can do.
And then we get mad when y'all want to hold a grudge. But but we just fixed it.
Yeah,
Why
she
you
said one
still?
of her best friends she grew up with. I agree. My sister is a Gemini too, diehard, but May and June are different. My sister's stable. My mom is a little cute. But it's so funny because I have her personality. So, and then my rising is Gemini. Y'all crazy. But y'all are fun. And you're right. If they love you, they love you. Like, I just wish you guys the best. But yeah, water and air don't really, it don't go.
Hmm. Interesting.
You got so much for me tonight.
I
We talked
did.
about zodiac signs. We talked
I
about
did.
all kind of stuff. Politics. We have a good heart. Y'all
And
do
they
y'all
like
be
you.
crazy.
And they like you. So then that means usually when they like somebody, they just keep asking questions, and they usually want me to have that person back for part two.
We can
So
always come back, especially now that I know you're a dragon. Like always.
yeah.
I'm
Hey,
down for
let me tell you, Sherri was mean in high school.
I was not. And
Yo,
everybody says this. Didn't I just tell you guys? I grew from that because I didn't want people to think that I was mean. Listen, the same friends that I've had from elementary, middle, and high school, I still have those same people. So when you get to know me, I just told you I was guarded. I wasn't mean. I've never said anything mean to you, have I? Did I? No.
no, no, to
I
me,
was just
no.
guarded. I
You
was
just
not
had
mean.
that reputation though of just being mean.
Everybody said that. It
So
was
I
funny
just
because
kind of
I didn't
stayed
even
away.
know. I didn't even know when I tried to run for vice president of SGA. I don't know if you remember. I think her name was Angel. She came back to me in class because she was trying to help me, and she was like, "I'm just gonna be honest with you. Nobody want to vote for you because they say you mean." And I was like, "I don't talk to anybody. Like, how am I mean?" But that's the problem. If you don't know me, I can seem very guarded and mean, but I'm so fun. The
Well,
ones
now we know.
you would have never asked me to come on this show if you thought I was mean for real, for real.
I actually still would have because
Okay,
now I just don't care. Meaning I will ask whoever. I'm so much
okay,
more open. Where back then I wasn't sure who I was. So it was
got you.
now I'm like, hey,
I
let's
hate
go.
that. I hate that I have that reputation. And it's so funny because another student that we went to high school with, she actually is one of my husband's clients. And she saw me at the office and she was telling her story. And she was like, "You were the only girl that talked to me." And I was like, it's funny because so many people said that I was mean. She was like, everybody, back then it was not cool to be Haitian. And we had a lot of Haitians at our school. And she said
Mhm.
people, they picked at her, they did this and that. And I was like, I don't even remember.
Hmm.
Like, I was like, I'm sorry, that was a six. I mean, not sorry to her because obviously she said that I was, but I'm saying sorry to you. I don't remember. But I've heard that. And that's something that I work on now because I'm like, all right, Sherri, it can't be a lie. You've heard it too many times. And when it started like interfering with getting certain positions at work, and I'm like, wait, but I'm the best and I have the credentials. What do you mean? And it was like, but you're mean. And I'm like, but I don't even talk to anybody.
People
Energy
person. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
energy. I was
Yeah.
giving off dark, mean energy.
Yeah. But that's how we grow. I was shy and quiet until I realized that that don't make any money.
And
So
people
I had
don't
to become a people person. Like,
and people don't realize how shy I am. To this day, I don't care how many shows I thank you. You don't see that, right? I had to grow to this person. In high school, I was shy as fuck. I'm like, I keep cursing. I was very cool and open with my clique, with third hall. Like I was cool and open with them, but I did not venture outside of my circle. I am like, even to this day, I'm my mother's introverted child, and people could not believe that. They're like, what? I'm a Scorpio. Y'all know about Scorpios, we are very introverted into ourselves. But when we're comfortable, I'm like, but I had to learn also after hours, 8 years doing this, Sherri, that shy shit ain't gonna get you anywhere. But to this day, if I do a show, my palms are sweating. I'm nervous. Like my hands, I'm nervous because I just don't know what type of energy. And when you've been hearing so much, you're mean, and you're like, I don't want that persona. I'm not that person. I try to make sure that I'm like when I have live shows, I make sure that I greet people. But I also don't want it to be fake. I don't want it to be fake. So I'm like, you know what? Let me sage the place so I can bring in my energy and what I want. But it's growth. I apologize. I hope I never said anything mean to you because I'm not even like that. But
I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
I mean, even though that was only like a few years ago.
Shut up. I wish. That was too long ago. I wish. Oh, Sasha, I love you guys too. I had a good time. I really
Yeah, this
did.
was good. This was good. So, in closing, is there any word, any quote, any phrase that you would like to leave the audience with?
Oh man, I just want everybody to be themselves. I don't have any, cute quotes, but I really, really, really like if you want a long-lasting relationship, if you want a real relationship, it starts with you being real with yourself. And that's your work relationships, your platonic relationships, your intimate relationships. You really have to put out the kind of energy that you want back, and you will attract that. I 100% believe that. And no one can tell me any different. I have experienced it. And yeah, that's about it. Just 100% be yourself. I think once we start being ourselves, all the other foolishness that comes along with dating, relationships, sex, marriage, it will cease.
There you have it. There you have it.
I love you
Sherry,
guys so much.
thank you again.
No problem. It will I get a copy of the recording? Will it be
Yes,
recorded?
yes. I'll send you the copy of the recording, and then they can always watch the replay on Facebook and YouTube. And then tomorrow, the audio will be available on Spotify, Apple Music, all of
Okay,
that.
cool.
So I
Alrighty,
got you.
cool.
Yes,
Bye
yes.
guys. Thank you so much. How do I get out of here? Are you gonna get
Please.
me out?
I can get you right now.
Bye
Bye.
guys.
Woo! And that was the Blaze the Lion podcast. Peace and love. Ah,